Nix and Hussein, the first question.
So for hacking, I get into hacking in college in my college days. So I was doing I was sitting in the room. So it was a rental room. So I was sitting in the room and uh, I need internet because we do not have an internet in our hostel. So we connected to one of the Wi-Fi's, but they were asking for some password. So we collected some default passwords of whatever Wi-Fi's they are using, and we attempted it, and one of them works. So from there, I got more interest into these hacking and stuff. I was sitting next to my colleague. Uh, so he was hacking into the PayPal and submitting the vulnerabilities to them. This is the way you can report bugs to companies, and they will pay you. So this is how I get into the bug bounties. Nothing interesting.
Okay, thank you, Nix. Hussein, what about you?
Yes, hello everyone. Thank you for inviting us to be here. So my story is not very common. So what happened with me when I was very younger is that I was playing a lot of games on my computer. And so, you had all these friends playing the same games as you and spending time together on Steam and other applications. And so one day he told me, look, I'm going to install a game on your computer. I was still very, 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 very young. And so I was like, okay, no problem, go on, because I did not know much about how to install games yet, how to use the computer very well and everything. So he connected to my computer using TeamViewer. And what he did is he installed a malware on a Trojan on my computer while I was not paying attention to that. 2 days later, I find out that my computer was hacked and that my screen wallpaper was changed, and also that a video is posted on YouTube with some informations about my desktop and other things. And so once this happened, I decided to start learning hacking so that I can defend myself and protect myself for the future.
What was the wallpaper they changed it to? What was that?
Yes, the guy that hacked me put his own wallpaper on my computer, on my screen, with his username on it. And so he took a screenshot of it and he posted it on YouTube. I think the link is still there on YouTube.
Which year was that?
I think it was nearly 2012 or maybe sooner. Maybe.
So like 10, 12 years, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So there was there was a Twitter already, right? So there was a Twitter handle or what? Or YouTube?
Yeah, the video is still on YouTube, I think. I have to find
Okay,
it
the
back,
video
but
is
it's
still
still there.
okay.
So we have to say thank you to that guy that introduced me to hacking and gave me this opportunity to get into this field.
Okay, to the next question. Hussein, I guess your turn to be first to answer that question.
Obviously, bug bounty changed the view of how we see cybersecurity in the field because bug bounty came in and it allowed us to do what we love doing for money. So it started being a full-time job instead of just a hobby. So bug bounty gave us this opportunity of earning money while doing what we love, which is hacking. And this is something that is very remarkable.
Never did, but I would agree. Nix, what about you?
So for me, it's kind of same thing. What Hussein just said. That I've been doing 9 to 5 jobs for like 3 4 years, and I totally moved into the bug bounties full time when I had a stable income. I believe that bug bounties has actually changed my career because it allowed me to do a lot of stuff that I can't do in the 9 to 5 jobs. So I mainly focus on SSRF, server-side request forgeries, because I love it. I love finding hidden treasures on the servers. Uh, as I mean, I've given a talk in Egypt. You must have seen that I got I got SSRFs through videos or SSRF through image pictures and everything. So like I loved finding the SSRF, and for SSRF there is a situation that if you got secrets, and you just have to stop and report it.
Got it. Hussein, what about you? What is your approach?
So I love going for server-side issues, vulnerabilities. I don't focus on client-side bugs. I used to not report them even, but nowadays, once I find something that is client-side related, I pay attention to report it, even though it's not always the same bounties, or maybe it depends about the exploitation. But I mostly focus on the server side issues. I try to go as wide as possible and as deep as possible. When I want to do my bug bounty, I always choose programs which have lots of wildcard assets in scope, because it feels like a game for me when I'm doing it before starting hacking.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the answer.
When AI started popping, maybe a couple years ago, I was not imagining that it would take this much, uh, how to say, this much space in the bug bounty in the cybersecurity field. I never thought that it would actually be able to find some vulnerabilities on its own. But I've seen recently some posts where people built some tools where there is automatically AI that visits the links, gets the context, and builds payloads. And sometimes it finds the right payload and finds some vulnerabilities. So I'm very excited to see how it goes over the years that are coming.
Any thoughts on AI in bug hunting? What is the best use to it?
So I guess there are a lot of cases like AI assists us in doing a lot of things. I've been not that much great in doing the automation thing, so I mostly use it for creating automation stuffs as per my requirement. So and most of the things like finding any payloads, finding any hidden things that I might know and I might not know. So those are the things that AI can assist us.
I actually receive that question really often when I'm doing the positive hack talks or hanging around in the community of like beginners or just newcomers to the cybersecurity, and like, hey, can you please connect me with anyone strong from the red teaming? I was like, hey, you have to jump into the community first and find yourself. So the question is, what is the best way to start bug hunting for a complete beginner?
I'll leave to Hussein first.
Okay, Hussein.
Thanks. I think that the best way to start bug bounty when you come from a totally beginning would be doing a lot of labs and reading a lot, but don't spend too much time reading without practicing. So as soon as you start learning something, you have to have the curiosity to start doing some bug bounty on the side. It doesn't mean that you will necessarily find some bugs instantly, but at least you are trying to replicate what you have learned during the labs. And so this keeps everything fresh in your head, so that once you learn something new, you still have the old knowledge that is still there. And it's always good to be curious, because obviously what a hacker means is being curious. You have to be curious about what you see, about how things work, and about how you can break them. So it's always good to always try to practice and not only learn.
Does it make sense to read the reports of other hackers?
Yeah, obviously you have to be able to read reports from other bug bounty hunters, which might be bug bounty write-ups on Twitter, or other bug bounty websites which shares reports. But it's always good also to practice. So as soon as you read something, it's good to try it on some bug bounty targets, so that at least you have tried it and you know how to try it. Because when you just read and you don't try it, then You think that you know it, you think that you know how it works, but it's still in your head and you have not yet tried to exploit it. So you just have a concept inside your head, but nothing is still practical. So if I had to start from scratch, that's what I would do.
Makes sense for me as well, because I was thinking, should I start or I will be catched right away on the first attempt? Probably
Yeah,
like that. Nix, what about you?
So I have given a talk in DEF CON Bug Bounty Village exactly for this. If you can go, just check it out on the YouTube. It's available on the YouTube. Just search for Bug Bounty Village DEF CON talk, and you will find that a lot of I have shared all my journey there. That how started. So you will get a lot of tips out of this, and also if you just want to start this, you just need to have a clear basic that how things work. You have to just read, and you have to do all the practices to make skills, and like to make perfect on one particular skill. Like if you would like to have one skill, like you are good at finding one thing or a couple of things, so you will go for it, and you will actually be able to find it. So it's just about hone your skills, and adding more and more armors on in your skills.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you, Nix. Let's pick the question from the Discord. Question from Lumastix. I'm not sure what he means under both, but anyways, what do you do when you try everything and the site still won't break?
I think he means to both I and Nix.
Oh, okay, yeah, right. That's because I asked. That's right. Both guests.
Yeah. So Nix, you want to go first on this one?
Yeah. So uh, if I across this I come across this situation, I use what I used to do. I stop working on that application. I go away, have have some rest, and have some free time for me, and then come back again to start searching more documentation, and read more documentation about it, and going deep what technologies are they are using, and what cloud infra they are using, and everything like that. And then I start searching for bugs again. So that's what I do in that case.
Got it, Hussein?
Yeah. So to start with, when I choose a target, I always make sure that there is lots and lots and lots of targets that I might be able to hack on, to make sure that I might have some chances of finding some vulnerabilities. So for instance, if I take a big target which has lots of wildcard assets in scope, I'm sure that I will have to take at least 2 months to be able to say, oops, I can't find anything here, I'm out. So before this specific time lapse, I'm not going to leave the target. I'm still going to look at it and doing more and more reconnaissance before actually giving up on the target. So before the 2 months is when I take a target that has a lot of wildcard assets in scope, I'm not leaving yet. After the 2 months is, most of the time I find bugs already, so I'm not leaving without finding anything. But if it happens, I'm just going to leave it and start with another target. I'm not going to spend too much time on something that I'm not able to break.
Even if the bounty is too huge.
Yes, so obviously, everything is proportionate to the time that you invest in it. Maybe today I can find three vulnerabilities which will be paid at $1,000 per bug, for example. So this is going to be way better than if I'm going to break my head on something for 2 months and not sure yet if I'm going to get a vulnerability and get a good outcome or not. So even though maybe the vulnerability reward is set at maybe $100,000, I think that when we look at the time and reward statistics, it's better to go for the lower vulnerabilities.
Got it. Got it. Okay, let's jump back to one more question from the Discord. Hussein, the question for you.
No, of course on Linux too. Of course on both systems.
Okay, that was a short one.
It's not fixed. It could be anything.
Okay, could be anything. Hussein, what's your opinion on that?
I think that it's business logic issues that are very, very well widespread, but you have to know the application very well to be able to spot them. You have to read a lot of documentations to be able to spot them.
Right, business logic. Makes sense.
Breaking the
Nikhil?
AI. Breaking the AI.
Breaking the AI. Okay.
And
I think
one more. Quantum computing as well.
Quantum computing.
I think I agree with Nix. I would add maybe again because it's already in tendance mode, but you still have blockchain. So Web3 is something that is popping again.
Got it.
Yeah.
So quantum computing, AI, and the Web3. Got it. One more question from the YouTube, and then we'll let one person to speak and ask the question. That looks like there are two questions actually. Okay, let's go to the first one. Well, pretty general question. But anyways, if you have any thoughts, guys.
Starting with Hussein.
Thanks, Nix. Yeah, obviously everyone has his own techniques, and what's interesting now is that with AI you can weaponize your techniques and ideas to build tools that are going to help you along the way. So if you haven't yet, I suggest that you use AI to build some tools which can make your life easy when you're doing bug bounty to automate this kind of vulnerabilities that you're always looking for.
Actually, there was that's my mistake, but there was a second part of the question. For example, building your own word lists, custom scripts, or specific recon tricks. And we talked to you recently about the giving some tips on building the word lists.
So yeah, obviously you have your own word lists, you have your own you build your own fuzzing list, and everything is going to help you get more vulnerabilities along the way. So if you're hacking on one target that has lots of wildcard assets in scope, it will be very beneficial to build a word list from all the targets that you have and build a word list out of that to start fuzzing on every other target that you're going to hack on.
And just for following that, you have to be that you have that word list in each and every language as well. So you can convert those word lists to different languages. So let's say, for example, if you are hacking on a Spanish website, so you maybe that they have been using those words, those Spanish words only on those applications. So you can actually fuzz and maybe have lucky to find those endpoints as well.
Got it. Okay, thank you, guys. Basically, yes or no? No. Okay.
I don't think so too.
Yeah, me too. I mean, the way what really matters, as I understand it, and it's not necessarily for the bug hunting, it's the way you think. Learn how to think.
Yeah.
Well, basically out of the box, which is very common words, but learn the way of thinking. That's all you need actually. Especially
Exactly.
today when you
So,
especially today when you have, we can reach any knowledge like instantly.
I totally agree with you. I think there is a big misconception about who has to start learning hacking, because some people have marketed it as something that is so easy to do, to learn hacking and start doing bug bounty and earning money. But obviously, many of these people that jump in, they find out very quickly that it's not something that is done for them, because they don't like it. They don't have
Yeah.
that thing in them that keeps them pushing and learning and trying to break applications. So if you don't have this it in you, I don't think that you can go very far if you don't put in the time. But obviously, if you like it, if you like the idea of hacking and you spend actually the time it needs to learn everything, I think that you can get very, very far.
Yeah, that's right. Totally agree. Pretty tough question to answer, but if you have any on your mind, jump in while I'm checking the next question.
Nix, wanna go for this one?
So I was stuck finding full XXE data exfiltrations. So I stuck on it, and it was simple. It was data exfiltration through FTP only, but the connection was not coming. Like it something happened, and maybe something getting blocked, and it was not coming. So I waited for that vulnerability for like 15 or 20 days, and luckily, or I don't know how, but the connections comes in, and the data got exploited. So that's the interesting vulnerability that I have found after 15 days.
That's awesome. So as for myself, I would recommend checking my Twitter, where I have shared a lot of different out of the box thinking vulnerabilities that I have found along the way. I can name lots of them. Maybe you can, if you go on my Twitter and you check my old post, you can see a server-side request forgery via proxy, which I have found inside Burp Suite using Burp Suite. And you can see also other vulnerabilities such as client-side path traversal, which I have found very, 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 very early, maybe in 2022, when it was not yet very known by the mass.
Top 10
Oops, can
pretty,
I go for that?
pretty decent. Yeah, go ahead.
Top 10 bug bounty tools.
Yeah, it's a lot. You have to remember a lot.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I mean, top three. Top
Yeah,
three.
maybe you can name three.
Bubsuit.
Yeah, obviously. So I would say Burbsuit, Foof. I think that if you know how to use Foof, uh, this is one of the best tools ever made. And then you have Project Discovery team, which are doing some very good tools. Um, Nuclei and others tools that they
Yeah,
have shared are very good for them.
I think they have a new version, a cloud version there, so you can directly go and scan your any of the wildcard application directly on the cloud. So you don't need to have the tools available locally from now.
Exact. Yeah, so I focus more on server-side request forgeries. I love looking for path traversal issues, because obviously when you can traverse out of a directory, you can access some very hidden things. So what I love doing is finding the hidden things. That's how I have fun, because obviously you have to do bug bounty and earn your bounties, but you also have to have fun. So if there is something that I'm doing which I'm not taking fun into, I'm just going to pull off of that and move to something else. Not for now, because obviously making courses take too much time. I don't think people realize how much time this takes to actually write down the topics, researching and recording, and you have to record again and again. So it's not planned for now, but I'm always happy to help anyone that has questions. If you can shoot me a message on X.
Nix, what about you?
Both, because automation. Yeah, I mean you need automation sometime. You don't rely on the manual testing all the time.
Hussein, what's your opinion?
I agree with Nix. You have to have a combination of both. So the automation is going to do the biggest part of the reconnaissance because you write your own modules and beforehand you have them ready. And while you are sleeping, they're doing the recon for you. And then when you wake up and you have the reconnaissance data, then you can start doing your manual hacking on them.
Thank you, guys. We're gonna like run the live stream for like maybe 10, 15 more minutes. We have like 5 questions more at the moment. Maybe one, two more. Nix and Hussein, please advise how to search for endpoints in JS files. Maybe some GitHub tools or whatever.
JS link finder. I
JS
typically
link
use.
file.
Yes, on that.
Okay.
What? Can you come again?
What bug bounty formats would you try if that will be possible? Like social engineering or physical access or Wi-Fi or anything else?
Let's start with the social engineering. I love it.
Yeah, so I think that there will be a lot of success doing social engineering with the skills that we have and the knowledge that you might have when doing reconnaissance on an organization. So obviously, sometimes you find things that you might not be able to actually use for bug bounty as you are doing it right now. But combined with social engineering, I think that there's a lot that can be done.
Social, I'm really curious about social engineering and actually feel scary a little. And I know that Hussein have something to answer. Or it's just like inconsistent activity and most of the time you're focused on other platforms. Hussein, what about you? I'll let you answer first.
Yeah, so I have had the chance and honor to be invited by Standoff to the latest Standoff hacks that happened last year. So I think that my performance was not bad at all. What do you think, Alex?
I would agree. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I think that I have won 4 out of the 5 prizes that were available. I have sadly not been able to be in Vietnam because of the visa issues. Sometimes you have to wait, and this is very very annoying sometimes. But the experience was very good. Standoff team was doing awesome during the whole event. The teams which we were hacking on, the companies were doing awesome. They were always answering to us, giving us test accounts, helping us if we needed anything. The rewards were obviously very good, and we had a lot of fun doing it. So right now, I'm not hacking as much as I used to last year because I'm focusing on a lot of different things actually. But as soon as I get some times, I'm going to hack again on Standoff. That's for sure.
I got a
Thank you. Thank you.
lot of private
Yeah.
invites. I got a lot of private invites, but I still have to check it.
Okay, you have time. You still have time. The story behind the Hussein just told was like, yeah, we were doing the 3D printing for the rewards for the Standoff hacks, like a final celebration, the party. Unfortunately, yes, Hussein didn't make it to the Vietnam visa issues. But when like me and my wife, we were helping to organize the offline event, we were printing the rewards. It was like Hussein. Whoa, what is going on? Who's that guy? Yeah. Anyways, it was funny.
Hopefully next
Okay.
time we can be there with you and get the prizes.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see in Moscow next month on the Positive Hack Days. Both of you actually, but yeah.
How about
Yeah. So
B-sides? How about B-sides as well, right?
BSides, I just mentioned in the beginning that I'll be there. And Hussein, are you going to join the BSides in Ahmedabad in India in September?
Yeah. Besides, Ahmedabad has a special place inside my heart because this is one of the first conferences which I have attended, and the Indian community there was doing very good and really treated us very very well. obviously Nix has a big part in it. He does most of the things, and he and his team are awesome people to work with.
That's sweet. Thank you. Nix must be happy.
Yeah, the
um,
bro code is going on.
yay. Yeah.
I would say server-side request forwarding.
Most spawned. I would say XSS is most spawned. Cross-site scripting.
Thank you, guys, and thanks everyone for joining us today. And I would just add that next month we'll having positive hack days in Moscow from the May 22nd until the May 24th. And actually, I hope Hussein will make it with the visa, and he'll be attending as well as Nix. Unfortunately, Nix coming late on the last day, but both guests will be there in Moscow. So yeah, guys, Hussein, Nix, awesome stories. Thank you for the answers. And I mean, everyone, keep hacking ethically, right? And stay curious. And until next time, and we're signing off. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Okay, bye bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye bye.